Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we proceed to our lesson, first let me express my gratitude to all of you, viewers and subscribers. In just less than 5 months, our channel has accumulated more than 5,000 public watch hours and more than 1,000 subscribers. So we are qualified to apply for the YouTube partner program, and I have already done it, and our application was approved. So again, thank you all. So now let's go to our lesson. Another song from Elton John, Sweet Painted Lady. I was listening to this song yesterday, and my wife blurted out that this song is a nice song to, good song to upload and to record and upload in YouTube. So we're gonna do it. This song was done in primarily with piano accompaniment, just like our last lesson. We all fall in love sometimes. It was done with piano accompaniment. Okay, so we're gonna try how to play it in guitar. I'm back on bottom once again. Opportunity waits me like a ride in the train. We're all hiding burn. Just a short time to show you the difference. If the vibes of the heaven. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, I have already recorded this song, uploaded it in the YouTube, and it got a copyright issue, so I have to redo it, make some changes. Okay, so I cannot, we're going to learn it parts by parts. Okay, so this song got no intro. So first verse, the strumming pattern is down, down, up, down. So you have to get the right timing. Okay, so for G, 2 measures. I'm back on once again. And then for G minor, 2 measures. Opportunity waits me like a ride in the train. And then D minor 7, 2 measures. With money to burn. For C, 2 measures also. And then C minor, just a short arm to show you the tricks. And then G to 1 measure. Learn. And then A minor, 1 measure. For D, half measure, down, down. And then D7, up, down. So, and then one more up, down. If the voice of the heaven says you, where there's pretty young ladies and dear, you only gotta sleep tonight. The flashes of Chelsea will seem alright. Those the lights down beside me. Verse 1 and verse 2 the same, and also verse 3. Same chords, same strumming. So we play the third verse. So she lays down beside me again. My sweet painted lady, the one with no name. Many have used her, and many still do. third verse, same. So now we go to the chorus. Oh, there's a place in the world for a woman. Oh, sweet lady, she's always been the same, getting paid for being late. I guess that's the name of the game. Oh, sweet lady, she's always been the same, getting paid for being late. Guess that's the name of the game. Okay, so now we go back to the chorus. G, one measure, and then F, one measure, F sharp, and then F, one measure also, and then E. So we're going down. Get. She's always been the same. So for E7, E, and then you left your ring finger to make it an E7. So down, down, up, you left it, and then down, put it back. So okay, got it, and then getting paid, same as A minor, down, down, and then up, up, take off, and then put it back, down. For being late, guess that's the name of the game. Half measure for A minor, down, down, and then D7, half measure also, up, up, down. So she's always been the same, getting paid for being late. Guess that's the name of the game. Half measure again. D7, half measure, up, up, down, and then G, one measure, and then D7, one strum, down, and then up, down. Forget as well. So when you well have gone, forget as well have gone very soon. Just forget we ever slept with you, and we'll let the smell of the sea in your bed. Well, that's just a job and nothing easy. So Celesta, and then we repeat the third verse after the fourth verse. Go back to the third verse, and then after the third verse, we repeat the chorus, and then after the chorus is the outro, instrumental. Okay, so we go to the last part of the chorus. We go back to the chorus, and then we proceed to the outro. Oh, oh, sweet lady, she's always been the same, getting paid for being late. Guess that's the name of the game. Oh, sweet lady, she's always been the same, getting paid for being late. Guess that's the name of the game. Oh, sweet lady, she's always been the same. just remember the outro is the verse chords. So G, F, A minor, D7, one measure for G, one measure for F sharp, one measure for F, one measure for E, one measure for A minor, and then D7, one measure, and then go back to G, one measure, okay, and then F again. So all one measures, okay. So well, that's it, guys. No more, just remember, for one measure, down, down, up, down. For half measure, for instance, for A minor, down, down, and then D7, up, down. So you're just dividing the 5 strings to the, okay. So I guess that's it, guys. Well, enjoy your strumming. This is a good song, especially for beginners. Have a good day. And again, those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Enjoy your day. Oh, by the way, here is your lyrics and chords. Okay? Hirap. Okay. Have a nice day, guys.